Welcome to another episode of Bolts and Boost. Today we're going to install this little guy right here, this M7 Japan Super Power Flow Filter with adapter. So that's everything that it fits. I am assuming it fits this car. There is differences in the intake track to the turbo. I don't think they're that drastic. One of them being this dipstick. The intake pipe to the turbo is a little bit different, but this one does mention wagon, and the only wagon that came out is a GTA quote-unquote Evo 9, so it should work. Now, from what I understand, these particular filters are in fact discontinued. That's all Japanese. I can't read Japanese, so I'm gonna put that over there. The filter looks like it's actually really nice. It reminds me of a Blitz filter. The opening is absolutely freaking massive. Now, usually when I keep cars stock-ish or bolt-ons or even sometimes bolt-ons plus, I keep the factory airbox. I'm a fan of the factory airbox. However, this airbox is broken and it's kind of an eyesore. It's like sun damaged and stuff. So I have decided to ultimately upgrade the filter. But I'm also gonna try and make, and I will succeed at some point, I just don't know if it's gonna be right away. I'm gonna make a heat shield out of some thinly gauged aluminum, I think that is. And I'm going to keep the snorkel, I'm going to reseal it, and hopefully all will be well. So, that is the plan. There is a lot of air coming through everywhere, so not too entirely concerned there. But either way, we're going to put this one on because A, it's a HKS foam filter that has seen better days. B, my airbox has seen better days. So nonetheless, I guess, we're going to replace this airbox with this guy. So stay tuned. All right, we got the airbox out. Fairly easy. Hardest part was getting at the hose clamp that was under here. So now we're just going to take this adapter that this came with, this massive adapter, and attach the MAF to it right there. And follow the instructions as best I can for those L brackets, because that's what's ultimately going to support this thing. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. All right, that's what it looks like when you take it off. I'm going to clean this as best as I can. And they were just 4 10 mil bolts here, so pretty easy to take off. Perfect time to clean it up. All right, so just by looking at the instructions, not having to read it, it looks like I got to take that bolt out there, which equates to that bolt, and use one of the L brackets. One does appear to be longer than the other, and this one, just from the picture itself, looks like we use one. So I'm not entirely sure what to do here. I mean, it's going to be easy once we get down there and figure it out. Oh, it does say one. Yeah, it says one or the other here. I'm not sure why. Maybe I'm going to use some Google Translate, see what's up. But it looks like we only use the one bolt hole. All right, so I used some Google Translate. This long one here is for the wagon. I'm assuming the GTA is the same because it should be the same, and it's just the way the routing of the intake, and you can see that that's kind of shown here. This is for the regular GSR from what I can gather on the instructions. And it comes with a longer bolt, obviously, because it has to go through this extra metal. So I'm going to go ahead and assemble this right now. All right, so she's in there. I did have to use the smaller bracket because this one was way too long and it just was not working for me. So the wagon, the Evo 9 wagon, must actually specifically be different. I'm not sure why. I can't tell you guys. For me, on my GTA, everything looks identical. The instructions even have this exact bracket for the factory airbox. I bent mine forward just a bit. It's not touching anything. Full fingers lengths there. Yeah, I just had to I just had to bend it out of the way of the air filter because the air filter rests on it otherwise, and I don't like that because it's going to rub through the air filter. So I'm going to throw the air filter on here and show you guys everything's tightened up. You can see that this bracket did offset it a bit, which is where it's supposed to be. So I'm going to throw the air filter on now. All right, you guys are going to check out the clearance for me. See if we got it. And we just barely got it. See, if I didn't bend this out of the way, that totally would have been hitting the filter fins. And I don't think there's any way for it to touch now because it has that bracket and everything is very tight and sturdy. But it's crazy. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that. I don't want to bend things, right? I want to keep things as factory as possible. So it's weird. The instructions even show that exact bracket on every single photo. And yeah, I don't know, man. It looks like maybe the wagon is different, but I would assume that the right-hand side is the GSR side, which is the bracket I'm using. So anyway, I did have to bend it just a tad. That's really the only modification that I had to do. So yeah. All right, well, there we have it. The intake is installed. I did some digging around to see how much airflow this thing was going to get versus hot air from the engine. I know it's possible and actually more than likely that this will see more heat soak than the airbox. That's kind of a given. Although I do have a nice heat shield here that's blocking a lot of it. I also made this little, cam sensor heat shield thing, and I do plan on making some sort of box or blocker here, and I don't think it's going to be that difficult. However, there's lots of airflow from here going into the light. There's airflow from here, and there's actually tons of airflow from down there. You guys probably can't see it, but it's just air from the front bumper and under the light feeding this thing fresh air. So I actually don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. I am going to get this thing tuned. I think the kicker for me is going to be the cat pipe that I have on the way. I ordered it from the UK. That should be here, I don't know, in a couple weeks or so. And then this thing is going to get tuned. So that's where we are, guys. I like it. I like the looks of it. I wish there was more volume to the filter, but these all kind of share that same design, if you will. And I'm feeling down here, and there's a lot of clearance now that I bent that bracket. So it's like I'm trying to move it with my hand, and it's not even making contact. So I think we may be good there. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to check out other videos on the channel. Think about liking this one, maybe subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. All right, everybody, peace.